Hello, fellow peasants. Tonight I'll be reviewing 2017's Get Out. Alright guys, so I just got done watching Get Out. This is a film directed by Jordan Peele. I think this was his first, this was his directorial debut, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think this was Jordan Peele's first film. What is it about? So basically, this guy, Chris, he is an African-American guy, and he is dating this white girl, and they're going to her parents' house for the weekend, and he's kind of nervous because, you know, there's cultural tensions there. He's like, how am I going to fit in? How's this going to work? You know, stuff like that. She's like, don't worry, baby. My parents don't care. My dad would have voted for Obama a third time if he could have. Don't worry, they're not racist. It's all good. And he's still kind of like, you know, I don't know, like, might be a little awkward if I just show up and I'm black. And so he gets there, everything's fine at first, but then he starts noticing, like, that they have groundskeepers and they have maids and they're black, and not only is the help around the house black, they speak really eloquently, like they're very awkward, like almost they speak like old white people. They have like a very posh mannerism to the way they speak, and something just seems really off about it. And so I'm deciding right now in my head whether or not I want to spoil this movie. And I am, because it's 7 years old. So basically, throughout the course of the film, he notices some weird stuff is off. All these older white people at this party, all, you know, because her parents have their friends over, and they're all talking about like, oh man, like, I bet you can run fast, and I love Tiger Woods, and like his ethnicity just keeps being brought up in conversations with her parents' friends. It's really weird and awkward that the focus is so much on his ethnicity. And there's also a scene where, because her mom is a psychiatrist, and she like hypnotizes him and has him recount his like past childhood trauma from when his mother died. And so there's just a lot of weird shit going on. And then over the course of the film, he finally figures out that they are kidnapping black guys and women, and they are transplanting, like they're taking pieces of the old white people's brains and putting that piece, you know, with the motor skill into the brain of the black person, because they want their eyes, they want their speed, they want their you know, so like they really, these people are like the ass opposite of like racist. Like they really want, like they want to be black. They really like appreciate the physical attributes of black people. Now, one guy towards the end, he's like, I don't give a shit about your color, I just want your eyes, which is so creepy. So he's stuck in this situation where it's like, oh fuck, like my girlfriend lured me in, she's in on it. She's had like, you know, he finds this box in her closet where she's been with like dozens and dozens and dozens of other guys, you know. She's lured all kinds of black men back to the house to help her dad. Her dad is the surgeon who performs this, you know, transition between the brains and stuff. And he has to escape. He's got to get the fuck out of there. So what do I like? What do I not like about Get Out? What I like is just the idea of just the overall concept is just creepy as shit. Okay, like usually my pros for the horror films I watch usually doesn't revolve around, like, if you've watched this channel for a while, you notice like usually my pros are like storytelling or like how the story's told or cinematography or the acting, but the concept here is just scary. And I usually don't put the scare factor into a pro because usually movies don't creep me out or scare me. But this movie's creepy, man. It is so creepy to think that you're dating this girl, you go to her parents' house and she's in on this like plan to like have a piece of your brain taken out and have your personality and motor functions replaced with some like old white dude who's blind. Like, what the fuck? Like, that is so freaking creepy, man. And so just the concept of this film is a pro, man. It's creepy as shit. And also beautifully shot. Jordan Peele is an excellent director. This film is shot very well. It's paced very well. I like the pacing. The performances in this film are excellent. Everyone does a great job. Yes, I mean, the concept, the story, the acting, the pacing, the cinematography, the locations, the house. I mean, like, the dynamic between, white culture and black culture and how, those intertwine or mix together sometimes like water and oil, just the contrast and stuff, like some of the like some of the jokes and things like this film does such a good job. Jordan Peele does such a good job at pointing out or highlighting differences between culture and things like that, and making it very interesting and playing around with that. And so let's get into the negatives. The negatives of the film, they're not really negative. I mean, they are, but it's just like, get the fuck out. Like, it, just like the movie title says, get out. Get the fuck out of there, bro. Like how many times did he have to like see and like experience some weird shit? Like, I'm telling you what, if I don't have been dating some girl for like 4 months and I go to her parents' house and the groundskeeper and the maid are like talking in some monotone Elizabethan accent, and people are constantly talking about my physique and rubbing my arm and just like all the others, like weird shit, and like her mom puts me in a hypnosis, like she like hypnotizes me like the first night I'm there and talks to me about my dead mother and shit. Like I'm getting the fuck out of that house. Like, I'm not gonna be staying there. Okay, so like I think he should have been gone way, like he waits all the way up to the point they're playing bingo and deciding who's gonna win his body. Right? Like, you waited too fucking long, dude. You should have been gone as soon as you talked to the fucking groundskeeper or grandpa or whatever. You should have been gone when you snapped the picture and homeboy's nose started to bleed. Like, you should have been out of that house. But it's a movie. He has to stick around. But the unforgivable fuck up in this movie is when he's leaving. He bashes the brother's head in. He stabs the mom. He rams the dad with the deer antlers. So he kills pretty much everybody in the fucking house except for his girlfriend. She's upstairs listening to like 80s love music and drinking milk. And he's in the car. He's peeling out of the driveway, and he runs into the housemaid, which is their grandma, who has been, I guess, mentally transfused into somebody else. And so he runs over her, right? And then he stops the car, and you're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he starts thinking like, oh, like my trauma from when my mom died. Like, I need to go back. I need to do something. I need to help her. So he puts her in the car. I'd let her fucking die. I'm sorry, but this is me. I'd have peeled out at 90 miles an hour, ran that bitch over, and kept going. I wouldn't have stopped. He puts her in the car, and then she like does something, and then they wreck the car. His girlfriend shows up, and I'm just thinking, you fucked up, man. You really fucked up. Like, you could have been out of here home free. But once again, you gotta have tension. You gotta have. It's not a horror movie unless somebody does something stupid. And so, all in all, this is the second time that I have watched Get Out. I watched it when it first came out, and I just watched it just now. And I think I liked it more this time. I didn't, not that I didn't like it the first time. I really liked it the first time. It's just, I would say like the first time I watched it, I probably would have gave it like a 7 or 8 out of 10. But I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10, guys. I just really enjoyed it. I mean, it's about 2 hours long, I think, if I recall right. Maybe not. Maybe I'm getting I might be getting the length of the film wrong, but the pacing's great. I didn't get bored one time. It constantly keeps you on the edge of your seat. And, yeah, I was entertained. Like it, love it. Jordan Peele does a fantastic job. I've seen this. I've seen, what's the movie with the aliens out in the desert or some shit? I've seen that one. This one's way better. Get Out is way better than what see, I can't even remember the fucking name of it, but I consider this film to be one of the best horror films ever made. Okay, it's just that good. It's shot that well. It's that interesting of a story. It's like a Twilight Zone episode. Like, this is what horror is and should be. It is a fantastic film. Yeah. Anyway, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about Get Out. Do you like it as much as I do? Were you not impressed? Let me know down in the comments below, peasants. All right, have a good one. Peace out. Bye-bye.